gun Galleria here. It's a gun. Okay. It's not a firearm, but it is a gun. This is a Crosman Mark 1 Target. Based upon the serial, puts this one somewhere around 1967, 1968, depending on how many they were producing in a year. This has got an 11,000 serial number. So this is one of the earlier ones. And it's got the Target grips. And being that it is one of the earlier ones, it does also have the power adjustment here. Now, the owner of this previously apparently replaced all the gaskets. Everything's good on it, all the O-rings. So the CO2 cylinder in it that was in it when I got it still had CO2, so I did make sure function was correct and it wasn't leaking. Now these have an interesting system for putting in your cylinders. And by the way, they stopped making the Mark 1, Mark 2s like in 1983. But yeah, take your CO2 cylinder, drop it right in. You screw this in like this. And you flip that. And when you do that, it breaks the seal or punctures the end of the cylinder, and there you go, and then you'd be good to go. Now, these had two settings for the cocking. That's low power, that's high power, and they had a safety. These were a single shot, and apparently the original owner was actually thinking of trying to glue or attach some sort of sight, some scope, some optics to the top of it. So that's something that probably needs to be sorted out at some point. Clean that up. But yeah, so obviously the pistol itself isn't the most interesting part of that. This is. When I first saw this, I was like, oh, okay, somebody put a, you know, they're joking around, put a fake suppressor on this. Well, the more I've gotten to look at this, the more it's become interesting to me. I don't know what the thread pitch on it is, but you're sitting at a 0.48 inch section there, you know, cross. And I'm really interested in finding out what the pitch is on that, but here's the thing. This is actually threaded onto the barrel inside this shroud, because this isn't technically the barrel's inside, and this is threaded onto that, and then this threads onto there. This, I thought, hey, it's a joke, whatever, till I found out it actually has baffling in here, which is kind of interesting for an air pistol of this age, you know, to have a baffled suppressor. And they said the guy used to love to do his target shooting. He used to compete, and this is one of his competition pistols, and he preferred it this way. Fair enough. I just think it's kind of a little different. Still haven't found another setup like this, and I'd really like to know if there's any information about this setup out there, because I don't know if this is a commercially sold suppressor kit that was sold for these, or if this is somebody with some machining capabilities deciding he wanted to suppress his pellet gun. And from what I understand, these without the suppressor are kind of loud, you know. When I was playing around with it, when it still had some CO2 in it, it wasn't very loud at all with that suppressor on it. So, anyway, I just thought, odd gun, you know, it's a gun, it's an air gun. Well, it is a gun, so I figured it's weird. I gotta pick it up. But yeah, definitely different. Anyway, if you have any info on this kind of thing, please let me know, because this is not the kind of setup I've seen on suppressed modern air pistols. And I'd really like a little bit of more information about this thing. Anyway, appreciate you watching. I will be back again with a firearm, not just a gun. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.